pleasure.
I think I heard you.
It's a pleasure. It's an honor.
I think I heard you.
It's an honor, sir.
I tell you what, even though she's from San Francisco, she loves you.
That speaks volumes. Thanks.
Hey, Clayton, first shot.
Hey, Clayton, how you doing, man?
Great, yeah, thanks for having us.
I have a feeling maybe having you guys back here next year.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
For sure.
Good to see
Yeah,
you, man.
me too. Great to meet you. How you doing, Justin Turner?
Good to see you, Justin. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing, sir? Mookie Betts.
Mookie, you're gonna look at me. That would give me Mookie standing back there like, who just got it? You know, I don't know whether you realize how much an impact you have on the psyche of the country. I really mean it. You really, really have an impact on the psyche of the country. And what I heard more about last summer was I can't go to a baseball game. Not a joke. Not a joke. It really is. It was all the old phrase, it is America's pastime. And the way you guys played, the way you guys worked, the way you guys cooperated, the way you guys encouraged people, and you know, it made a big difference. I think you vastly underestimate the impact you have on the psyche of the country. And so thank you for that. Thank you. Like I said,
Along with a 4-game series at Nationals Park, the Dodgers' Washington, D.C. itinerary includes a visit to the White House at the invitation of President Joe Biden. They are the first professional sports team to make such a visit during the Biden presidency. The current president was a senator from Delaware the last time the Dodgers were here, 6 days after winning the 1988 World Series.
We got the buzz of winning the World Series. We've got the buzz of Johnny Carson show that I did. Some teammates came with me to that. We had a lot of things that were going on, and all of a sudden, you know, we have the White House invitation. That buzz went through the whole team. Now, of course, it didn't go through the locker room because we weren't playing anymore, but there was a lot of phone calls, a lot of excitement, and a lot of, are you going, right? And for sure, everybody was going. President Reagan was one of my heroes at the time. I mean, the way he was running the country, what he was doing for us, I thought was absolutely amazing.
Thank you all for coming. And would you all please join me in welcoming this year's World Series champs, the Los Angeles Dodgers. But I want you to know that we need to get this ceremony in quickly because Tommy's already volunteered to cook lasagna. And I want to give him enough time in the kitchen.
I had gotten to talk to him earlier because Tommy called him the day that I won my 20th game. So I had already talked to him and understood his humor, and you understood his quick wit.
Well, in my job, you're president of all the people and you're not supposed to play favorites. But I must confess that after the World Series began, I just knew the winner was going to be a team from California.
I asked him, what's it like to be the president of the Screen Actors Guild, be an actor? What's it like then to be the governor of California? What's it like then to become president of the United States? And his candid answer to me was, Oral, without that acting training, I'm not sure I could do this job.
So congratulations, champs. Good luck in the future. And may God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. President. First Lady, we are honored on behalf of Peter O'Malley and his sister Terry and the entire Dodger organization. We're very, very honored that you wanted us here to visit with you.
This brings back so many fond memories of Tommy. I mean, the World Championship, and now that he's gone, you know, thinking of him is just warms everybody's heart, I think, that is a Dodger fan or played for him.
And all I can say is that the First Lady threw out the first ball of the World Series, and we won that game in the most dramatic way I've ever seen a ball game in the World Series won. So when you are finished with your job here, we would like for her to come out and throw the first ball out at Dodger Stadium, and of course bring you along with her.
He was close to all the presidents. There was something about Tommy that presidents wanted to be around him. I think I've met 5 presidents because of Tommy Lasorda. So to have Tommy up there speaking was a joy to see.
Mr. President and First Lady, I was chosen by the team members to present you with a bat here today.
I was asked to give him a bat with his name inscribed on it, so that was an awful lot of fun. Kind of nerve-wracking, unrehearsed, kind of off the cuff, and when I go back and see the video, I'm like, why did I say that? I should have said this.
I had a lot of success in the World Series and the playoffs, and you've had a lot of success as a president. And I think the main reason is that we look to a higher power and we both believe in God. And I thank God that you're in president, and I thank God for this ball club and the great year that we had.
Even though, you know, it's a celebration of our world championship, and I know it's not as big as it seems once it leaves that area, but when you're in the moment, it's a very big deal.
You're absolutely right, and I know that this ends the ceremony and we may have to leave, but I just can't wait till the Congress gets back in town.
Going to the White House and to meet the President and the First Lady, it's a verification of everything that you've accomplished and what your goals were in life. And then when you leave, there's that taste that you want to do it again. Not only win a world championship, but return to the White House.
Thank you all. Thank you.
As Backstage Dodgers continues, the reigning world champs pay a visit to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Backstage Dodgers is brought to you by Cadillac. Visit your Southern California Cadillac dealer today.
From Washington, D.C., the 2019 World Series champs taking on the recent World Series champs.
Thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you for doing this.
So,
I'm missing
long time, lifelong Dodger fan.
Lifelong. I got my 2017 hat. I had
That's a championship hat.
Well, believe it. So I wasn't used to it.
With a World Series championship comes stardom and opportunity not afforded the common man. Such is the case in the nation's capital, where a pre-game visit sets the table for tomorrow's scheduled visit to the White House. Doug Emhoff, this country's first second gentleman, is married to Vice President Kamala Harris and is an unapologetic Dodger fan. He moved to California with his family as a teenager and later attended Cal State Northridge before graduating from USC Law School. But his Dodger roots took hold long before the move west.
So we have so much in common, but your graduate school choice, that's our only hiccup between you and I. So I'm a UCLA guy. So, but forgive me, but we still have this in common.
LA in common.
He's a longer Dodger fan than you are.
That's right. Actually, back from back when you were, I mean, your family, even Brooklyn days, right?
Oh yeah.
Well,
no,
I mean, it's just like lifelong.
No, my dad.
No, right.
So, and I went to Ellis Island, not to bore you all.
Sure.
A couple of weeks ago, I did a naturalization ceremony. But before, we went to Ellis Island, and they tracked my entire family history back to the old country, how they all moved into Brooklyn back in the early 1900s.
Oh, wow.
So
Is
they
that
were
right?
all Brooklyn Dodger fans. So we moved to LA in '80, and they just rolled right into it. So.
Oh my God.
Lifelong.
Lifelong. That's great.
Meeting the second gentleman, Doug Emhoff, was great. He was just present. You could tell he was a Dodger fan, he's a baseball fan, and he realized how fortunate he was for us to allow him into our clubhouse, into our kind of sanctuary.
And just a kind of a little kind of peek behind the curtain, like we even have stuff where this is the umpire for tonight. We have his strike zones, but they even have the metrics of like, that's their pinch hit list. And this is stuff that I look at too. The bunt defense is what they do. So I have to go through all this in every series. And something I wanted to show you is like, so this is the first pitch swing versus right-hander. So this is stuff that I like to see of an overview of our pitching guys. Obviously the swing percentage for Josh Bell versus right is high. This is the league average. Runners in scoring position. So we have an idea, and then it goes like with left-handed.
So when you played, did you have any of this stuff? This is all just old school. So you have that combination of your own experience, and you have the best of both worlds.
I do have the best of both.
And you're open to this.
He was just very sincere, and I think that kind of sincerity landed with all of us.
Great to meet you. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Thanks for everything you're all doing. Hey guys.
Walker Bueller.
How's it going? Good to see y'all.
I want to introduce you to the guys, if that's okay. All right, guys, so I know we got together a little bit earlier. We got Austin here. Austin, come here real quick, please.
All right.
No, all good, all good. So we don't let anyone in our clubhouse, especially an hour and a half before the game. But because, second gentleman, you are a Dodger fan, lifelong Dodger fan, and has been for back to the days in Brooklyn. So right now, on behalf of the Dodgers, we would like to present you with this official Dodgers uniform with your last name on it. There you go. We'll take a picture here.
There we go.
And if you'd like to address our guys.
Guys, I know you're busy. Thank you so much. I wanted to be here tomorrow, but they're sending me out to Utah. I have been a lifelong Dodger fan. I was born in Brooklyn. It was in my blood. I've been to games since I was a little kid. This hat is from the 2017 World Series, which we still feel good about. Congratulations about last year and for all you do. And Dave, your manager, you're such a leader, not only on this team, but in the community.
Thank you.
And I want you to know that we see all the work that you do behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and you're such a leader of men and of your community. So thank you. And the VP is excited to see you hopefully tomorrow.
We're looking forward. It's a pleasure, and all of our guys are excited to go to the White House and meet the president, meet the vice president.
I was with Dr. Biden the last couple of days. She's a huge sports fan, and she's so excited to meet everyone as his president and the vice president. But it's just such an honor to meet you all and to see you in person and to root you on up there in the stands as I've been doing my whole life, and I'll continue to do Bleed Dodger Blue with you all the way. So thanks. Have a great season. I really appreciate it.
Game one of a 4-game series. Some weather has come through already today. Looks like a window to get this thing started on time. 83% humidity. Thunderstorms expected later on. As we go to the top of the 5th inning. And the 2-2. And there's a line shot into center field, a base hit. And the bases will be loaded for Max Muncy. Swinging a fly ball right field. Way back and a grand slam for Max Muncy. Maxwell swinging the silver hammer in the nation's capital. Wow. 6-2 Dodgers. Well, the grounds crew getting to work, and that's not necessarily the best sight. Dave Roberts talking it over with the umpires as they are expecting a thunderstorm to move through here. So they decided, since it's an official game, let's make it the final score. The Dodgers certainly will take it.
Tomorrow you guys are going to the White House. I guess it's your level of excitement.
It's special for the players, coaches, staff, ownership, front office, and for our fans to see the people that they root for year in and year out representing them in the White House. It's a real big moment for everyone.
This is the jacket I traded for, and the guy was didn't really want to let it go. He was very attached to it, so I think he slept on it, and then he came back to the game the next day and traded. So he told me to take care of it, so I'm taking it to the White House. Mookie's. Mookie Betts.
Joe Kelly made a trade, one of his jerseys, for that authentic mariachi jacket. And he's breaking it out for a day when his teammates swap their jerseys for suits. they're on the way to the White House, having been invited by the president, who plans to honor them for their 2020 World Series title.
Second time I've been there. I got to do a tour maybe 8 or 9 years ago. But for me, it's just the history of, like, you know, who sat in these chairs, who's been in this room, who that painting is of, how long has this one been there. I think just seeing all that, and well, that's why I love Washington, D.C., just to all the monuments and the history and get to see all that stuff. I think that stuff is really, really fascinating.
There's so many people that are part of this organization that make this machine go. I just look at it as each of us has our own stories and their own kind of contribution, but we represented the entire organization, the entire fan base on that particular day. So to see everyone all dressed to the nines, Joe Kelly, I wouldn't say nines. No, I'm just kidding. It was great.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're here today to congratulate a group of folks who did pretty well. Welcome to the White House. I have a feeling, Kamala, I think we may be doing this again by the end of the year. I don't know, man. I'm not sure I'll be able to handle Garcetti if you win twice. I mean, this is going to be hard. But the Dodgers are a lot more than a baseball club. They really are. They're a pillar of American culture and American progress, and that's for real. The team that brought us the voice of Vin Scully and Sandy Koufax and Fernando Valenzuela, above all else, the heart of Jackie Robinson. Now you're building a new dynasty for a new generation. And I've often said that it's never a good idea to bet against the American people. I tell that to every world leader I encounter. Well, now we know it's never a good idea to bet against Mookie. And Mookie was a hell of a ball player, but and a guy who used to love Mookie is my chief strategist, Mike Donlin. But he didn't want to talk to Mookie anymore. Mookie left Boston. And this is a Boston fan. So, I mean, you know, there's nothing like dividing staffs based on baseball. But, folks, it's not a good idea to bet against Clayton either, you know, or Cody. Together as a nation, we've proved that it truly is never a good bet to bet against America. America's back, and the Dodgers are back.
You know, you walk in the room and you feel the presence, you know. It's someone that you never really expect to meet in your life, so it was special. And just to be that close to the president, the vice president, and then Kershaw gave a really good speech as well, so it was a great day overall.
Now, let's bring up a three-time Cy Young Award winner to say a few words and maybe throw a few curveballs. Okay? Come on up, man.
Hi, everybody. First time to speak at the White House, so sorry if I'm a little nervous. But, Mr. President, thank you for having us. It's an honor to be here and get to celebrate our World Series victory here at the White House. Last season was a special one for us, but it was also a challenging one for our country, and our hope was that we were able to provide just a little bit of joy and comfort and relief to our fans that were going through some tough times. This season, it's been incredible to have fans back in the ballpark. We miss their energy and their passion for the game, and it means so much to us that people are coming back to the ballpark and things around the country are going back to normal. Hopefully, like you said, we can come visit again next year. So with that, we brought something for you and the Vice President, and now our team owner, Mark Walter, is going to bring that down for you.
Not to show you I'm a man of courage. Well, thank you very much. What a great honor. Thank you.
Doc's going to come up now and present to the Madam Vice President.
This is your jersey.
Indeed it is.
It was extremely meaningful for me. I remember I was talking to my sister actually on my way to the White House on the bus and recalling a family trip we took when I was about 10 years old. And we saw the White House on Pennsylvania Avenue and seeing the wrought iron fence and just kind of looking at the White House and the lawn. And you know, you look back years later and I'm in there meeting the Madam Vice President and the President of the United States. It's very, I know the word surreal gets used a lot, but it was surreal. It was crazy.
Look what baseball has done. Look at the makeup of this ball club. The makeup of the ball clubs all across the league. I really mean it. It's gigantic. Look at who's managing this club. You know, I mean, so it matters. And you send a message that is profound. It really means a lot to us that you're here. It means a lot that, and the kind of hope you give the American people, don't underestimate it, guys. Don't underestimate it.
For us to spend time with him and Madam Vice President to address us and really take time, really a lot of time with us was crazy for me. And she was telling me how she had followed some of the things that I have done socially and how she admired the leadership I have. So that was from her, was very meaningful and impactful. Talking to the president, I was just telling him how me, as an American citizen, he has our full support, and we're just there for him in whatever capacity, and he's got a very difficult job. I want to thank him for his service to me and our country, and he just congratulated me and the Dodgers on all of our success.
Thank you. For myself, you know, I had the opportunity to come here in 2005 after we won the College World Series. So 16 years later, coming back as a world champion kind of completes the full circle for me.
Just crazy, something that you don't really think about, don't necessarily really dream about, but when you get the opportunity, you definitely want to take advantage of it. And you know, winning a championship gave us the opportunity and took advantage of it.
It was kind of the last part of 2020 that we could all kind of celebrate, and icing on the cake, cherry on top.
On the next Backstage Dodgers, some of the boys in blue are rewarded for their first half performance.
Making the All-Star game is an incredible achievement. I gave Doc a big hug when he told me, and so it was, it was a good moment.